Today we're talking about self-publishing. We're going to look at the companies that you can go to get your print and ebooks self-published. We're going to look at what it costs, what you're going to get as a royalty, and what is required of you from each of these. There are two primary print-on-demand distributors. The first is Kindle Direct, which is a part of Amazon. They have their own print shop, which used to be known as Create Space, and before that it was known as BookSurge. It's in South Carolina. Their printing costs for black and white books are cheaper than anybody else's. Kindle pays the highest royalties of any other distributor for the same retail price with the same printing cost. If your ebooks are priced $2.99 to $9.99, you get 70%. There is a service charge if your file size is too big. Short of that, if you just have a textbook in e-format, you're going to get 70% off the retail. For print books sold through Amazon outlets, that's America, Canada, France, Denmark, the United Kingdom, Italy, Japan, Australia. Australia has a higher retail. Through those markets, you're going to get 60% of the retail price minus their cost of printing. With one of my books at Amazon that sells for $9.99, the printing cost is $2.82. My royalty for sales inside of Amazon at their stores is $3.18, and from expanded distribution through Ingram, it's $1.18. You have the option to do expanded distribution, but it may not occur, and you aren't notified if it doesn't occur. But if you opt for this, it goes through Ingram Content and Lightning Source, and the royalty drops to 40% minus standard Kindle print charge. Amazon also has a Kindle Unlimited program in which you are paid per page read, but you have to keep your ebook exclusive for 90 days. If you have a 100,000 word book, you can get somewhere between $3.10 and $3.25 from a full read. That is better than the 70% royalty if you priced your book at $4.59. Way better than if you priced your book at $2.99. Most of us make most of our money through the Kindle Unlimited, but you have to keep it exclusive for 90 days. Amazon has a $100 minimum to cut a check. Otherwise, you have to do direct deposit. They don't use PayPal. Amazon accepts doc, docx, and RTF files for both print books and ebooks. They also accept PDF files for print books and ePublish 3.0 files for ebooks. There are no setup fees, and you can get a free ISBN from Kindle, but not all dealers might take it. I've had that happen with Barnes & Noble, and I've had to co-publish. The other major source for print books is Ingram Spark. They are the oldest independent book distributor in America, dating back to the 1960s and 1970s. They started the content group doing music, movies, computer parts, and computer software in the 1980s. Just about every bookstore gets their books from Ingram Content, which is another part of Ingram Enterprises. Amazon even gets their books, as does Barnes & Noble, as does Walmart Online. In-store is a different thing. The big box stores, they don't get it through Ingram Content as a general rule. Ingram Spark has a $49 setup fee for print book, and if you do the ebook at the same time, it's the same $49 fee. If you do the ebook separately, it's $25. If you do just the print book, it's $49. They also charge $25 for a correction file if you make changes to the content or cover at a later date. They require a credit card because of this charge. They allow you to set the discount rate to the dealer, so you're not stuck with a fixed rate like you are with the rest of the distributors. However, Ingram stresses that you should give the dealer 50 to 55%. Otherwise, they can't warranty the dealer will carry your books in their database. And remember, they can filter you through the database. But you can cut their discount rate from 55 to 50 to 45 to 40 to 35 or even 30, which gives you a bigger share. But it also means the dealer may not want to carry your book, and the dealer may not let a customer order your book. Finally, Ingram allows you to specify if your book is not returnable, which means all sales are final, or your book is returnable to be destroyed, which is typical throughout the industry, or returnable to be sent back to you. But you have to refund the full wholesale price, including the printing price, and to get it returned to you, you have to pay $2 extra in the United States, $20 extra from overseas. So if you give them a 50% discount on a $12 book, you make $6, and the dealer pays $6. Ingram charges $4 to print it, which is about $1 more than Kindle Direct was charging me. So that's subtracted from the $6, and you make a $2 royalty. If you specify that the book is returnable, and after a year they can't sell it, they get to tell Ingram, we'd like a credit, we want to return this book. You have to give them back the $6, and if you want the book sent back to you, you have to give another $2 if it's from America, another $20 if it's from overseas. Ingram does not take DocX or doc files. You have to send a PDF file for both the content and the cover. And for eBooks, you have to send an ePublish 3.0 file. This is why I stress LibreOffice as a tool, because LibreOffice will export both of those. They will export an embedded PDF file, and they will export a reflowable 3.0 ePublish file. And you can send those directly to Ingram. Ingram also has a minimum for checks, and they also pay by direct deposit. The next company is Draft to Digital, and while they are primarily an ebook company, they are starting to get into print books now. But it's only on a beta testing basis, and they haven't approved me for the program yet, and I've been on the list for 6 months. You should go to Draft to Digital and join and get on their list, just to have yourself in a place on there in case you get approved for it. They pay by check with a $100 minimum, by PayPal in America with no minimum, by direct deposit. They have a $20 minimum for Payoneer, and for foreigners on PayPal, there's a $20 minimum for wire transfers and PayPal. They take larger size files than Smashwords. They will do some minor book formatting, including tables of contents, and they will put your ebook, and if they give you the print book status, they will put your print book on Amazon. They offer free ISBNs. They have no setup fees. They pay a 60% royalty on average. This, however, can drop with some accounts because of value-added tax overseas. Certain countries could drop this rate from 60% to more like 50, 40, 45, 35%. I've never received less than 35% from either Smashwords or Draft to Digital. Smashwords is the next, and they're ebooks only. They have internal sales, which is something Ingram and Draft to Digital doesn't at the current time. Amazon has internal sales too. They are strictly internal sales. Smashwords pays 70 to 85% on internal sales, and that's other authors who buy books from other authors. And anybody else can join Smashwords for free and buy. They have a lot of free books, so a lot of people join to get the free books. The rates for outside of Smashwords vary from 35% to 60%. A lot of it depends on if value-added tax is added to it. They service libraries. My 99-cent book, if it gets read partially by a library, I get paid 3 cents. If it gets read completely, I get paid 30 cents. I get the library reads all the time, and Smashwords pays me 6 cents if that's all I get from a library read. They have no setup fees. They have a 10 megabyte limit on ebook. Their check minimum is $75, or they pay by PayPal. There is no minimum on PayPal. They do not do direct deposit. They will not take Microsoft Word automatic functions. That includes automatic table of contents. That includes automatic numbering. Your numbers have to be done manually. Your table of contents has to be done with bookmarks and hyperlinks manually. They don't like mixed fonts and mixed font sizes. This does not include large chapter titles, but they want your body text to be like 12 points or 11 points, constant throughout. And they are very finicky about their setups. They offer free ISBNs. They can't, however, put your ebooks on Amazon, really. They have it as an option, but they say it rarely happens. There are also several other outlets that you may have heard of. Barnes & Noble Press or Nook Books, which is internal at Barnes & Noble only. They print through Lightning Source. They do take doc and docx files as well as PDFs. They have a very nifty automatic spine maker for hardcover books. I used that once for one of my books. It was very easy to use, but they do not distribute worldwide. It's sales only through Barnes & Noble, but you make more money than you would if you went through Ingram or Amazon's expanded distribution. Another source for distribution is Lulu, and they are the second oldest after Ingram, and they offer 90% on ebooks and 80% on print books. However, their printing costs are much higher than Ingram, Drafted Digital, or Amazon. At Amazon, I'm paying $3 for a book. At Ingram, it's $4. At Lulu, it's like $8. And that means in order to get a royalty from worldwide distribution, you have to price your retail higher. So my $12 book, to get those prices I just quoted you in royalties from Ingram, Drafted Digital, and Amazon, you'd have to raise the price to almost $20 through Lulu to get that same royalty. But if you made a sale through Lulu's outlet, you make a lot more money. But the big question is how many people buy their books at Lulu? They have no setup fees. I suspect they do their printing through Lightning Source and do their marketing through Ingram content. And this concludes our look at self-publishing. If you found this informative, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, and have a good writing day.